My name's Billy. I was born in up north New Jersey, and then came down here and been going back and forth between here and Knoxville. Late 90s, early 2000s, like Oxycontin 80s came out, and they were like pushing them, so they pushed them on my parents, and I mean, it was in the bathroom, so it was like, that's what started it. My parents got a divorce about that time, so it was me and my mom kind of became close and together hanging out. We had a very toxic relationship. Like, we started getting high together, using together. Been arrested probably right around 75 times, something like that. I went to prison one time, and that was my 30th birthday, and I was hanging out with my mom, and she ended up overdosing, and I gave her CPR and tried to bring her back to life. Well, she ended up passing away, and it was a very traumatic experience for me. So I went home and I grabbed my gun. On my way back to the hospital, the cops knocked on the window. Like, I fell asleep behind the wheel, and the cops knocked on the window. And when I stepped out, gun, drugs, it all hit the ground. Well, one of the cops that was there when I was giving my mom CPR or whatever, he was one of the ones that was there when they pulled me out of the car. And crying, bawling, you know what I mean? I'm like, shoot me, I don't want to live, whatever. And he's like, no, guys, stop. He came up, gave me a hug. So I got arrested. 2 days later, I had to sign paperwork from the county jail to like pull the plug on her, release her body to the morgue. And they gave me 30 months in prison. So I didn't get a furlough or anything like that for anything. And my family was mad because I was the one that was with her when it happened. So, you know, I was estranged from them for a while. When I got out, it took like a week or so, and then I went right back to using because I hadn't learned how to deal with emotions or coping skills or grief properly. I had that brief period that I got clean for a little bit. I was in a rehab, but I'd never tried a sober house or anything like that. On my 37th birthday, my daughter's mom had got pregnant. I tried to work a 9 to 5 and get clean, but on the weekends when I got paid, I would still use on the weekends. And that started getting out of hand more. So I was intoxicated or inebriated, and I was walking down Daytona Beach, and I had my daughter in my arms, and somebody thankfully called the cops and was like, hey, this guy's carrying a baby down the street. When I went to jail, right after that happened, you know what I mean? Obviously, the state came and took her. They came and took her, and then I went to jail. And from jail, you know, like I prayed, and it basically, my mentality when I went to my first court date was the same mentality it's always been. Send me to prison, we'll get it over with. But they offered me rehab and then drug court.
Good.
So I thought about that, and it was like, if I want to raise my daughter, not just get her back, I needed to completely change everything about my life that I knew. So I was in DMRT, DeLand Men's Residential Treatment, a rehab right there. And there was a guy who kept coming there talking about foundations. And I didn't know much then. And then there was previous clients and people who became employed here that I've known from active addiction. When I first got into recovery, I thought I'm a certified drug addict. You know, now I know that drugs, there's a lot of people who struggle with addiction, and not one of them is better or worse per se than any of them. For me, it was just finding and building that right way and better way to live and being desperate for it. I graduated drug court. I got sole custody of my little girl back. I'm about to have a little boy. My daughter, when she was born, softened my heart again. But foundations restored my faith in humanity. It's never too late to search for help. You know, there's a better way to live.